pop, when you pop it, when you pop, pop, pop it, when you pop it, when you pop it, when you pop, pop. Rock, 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 rock.
Let's go.
Give me when you give me, give me when you give me, 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 give me when you give me.
Hey y'all, so let me catch y'all up because first of all, Apple, count your days. Ooh, count your days. I just spent $10. I don't understand why this motherfucker phone talking about some storage. Anyways, so as y'all can see, got my nose pierced for the third or fourth time. What is the third time? Actually, it's fourth time. So I got my nose pierced for the fourth time. I little sassy, don't I? So anyways, so let me break down what just happened in this past 20 to 30 minutes. So I'm walking, I decided to walk. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all already, I don't know, I think y'all seen it, but I'm like, okay, let me walk, you know what I'm saying? Try to walk in and try to get familiar with the area, whatever. So I'm walking. Y'all already see I met my other two dudes that said they gonna buy me, do my hair and all that cool stuff. And then as I'm walking, literally as I was finishing up with somebody I was talking to, this Indian dude. I seen him already looking at me, but I thought he was gonna keep walking. So like literally, oh, it was a tuk-tuk driver trying to give me his tuk-tuk. As soon as I'm like, nah, I'm good. And then that's when the Indian, he was standing right there. And as soon as I started walking, he started walking with me. So we walking together at this point. So as we walking together, he told me, oh, hey, da, da, da. What's your name? I'm like, Jay, you know what I'm saying? What's your name? Da, da, da. Selim. Oh yeah, I'm your name dropping this bitch. But yeah, so we walking or whatever, and I'm like, so as we walking, he said something, and then I seen the 7-Eleven. Y'all know I'm been on a hunt for these because I want to stock up because it's really hard to find for real. So I had went to there. So as he was going, as he kept on walking away, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to 7-Eleven, you know what I'm saying, type shit. And he's like, oh, okay. And he was like, oh, do you want to get some food? I'm like, sure. So I'm thinking he gonna eat too. So anyway, so I stopped at 7-Eleven. I'm like, sure. So he's like, okay. So he waiting outside for me. So all right, y'all, cause my stuff didn't record, so I have to really see what I just said to y'all. But anyways, I have to switch phones on y'all because but anyways, I ain't gonna get mad. But yeah, anyway, so he waited for me outside of 7-Eleven because I was like, okay, let me go to 7-Eleven because once again I've been looking for these. Hard to find sometimes, so I'm trying to stock up. So anyways, so I'm in the 7-Eleven looking for that for real. All of a sudden I caught a glimpse. I'm like, did he come in here? Because I thought I heard somebody saying something. I thought I was tripping. So then he come in and he was like, oh, did you find what you need? Something like that. And I was like, no, I'm looking for this certain drink. Y'all, so after that, y'all, so that's when he said that. And he was like, you can get whatever you want type shit. I'm like,
Get anything I want?
Get whatever you want.
Get whatever I want?
Get whatever you want.
Oh, all right.
so I'll go ahead and he come in there, so I just end up grabbing me a water. So, but he got him this little, I just know whatever it said something about lactose, like no lactose, something like that. So I was like, what you, he was like, oh, I be getting these little things. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, what is this, some milk? But then I read the thing, I'm like, oh. And he was like, oh, no milk. And we come like, oh, okay, whatever. So then, I'm so sexy. I'm a bit like, well, I'm cold. I forgot to put the AT on. But anyways, so after that, he bought my little water or whatever. I'm like, okay, thank you, whatever, da da. So then, of course, that's when he was like, we'll get some food, something like that. Mind you, I'm just walking. I'm just minding my business. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up, so boom, so we end up busting this left. We bust the left, you feel me? And when we bust that left, it was like I was already gonna go that direction anyways because I seen some food and stuff in like a little strip, and I was gonna go and see if they had. Now low-key, see, I need to spin a block though over there because I seen this lady had some fruits, and I definitely was gonna slide. I'm not gonna lie, but anyways, so boom, bada bang. So we get to the place and we get inside or whatever. So we sitting down or whatever. So as we sitting down, cause he was like, oh, this is a nice place or whatever. I'm like, okay, yeah. So I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, I don't see none at first. But then I'm like, okay, I seen some shrimp. That's shrimp. But anyway, so, you know what I'm saying? So we sit down, and then he was like, where you from, whatever. I'm like, I'm from Thailand. You already know where I'm from. Stop playing. If you new here, then now you know. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'm from Thailand. He likes the sunset, ain't it? I was like, yeah, I'm from Thailand or whatever. He's like, Thailand? I'm like, yeah, Thai. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I be speaking my Thai language to the people that ain't it, but it don't matter. Daika. That's a new word I learned. But anyway, so I end up ordering my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got me some shrimp. After that, he was asking me a question where I'm like, where you from? And he was like, he from India, da da da. I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. And he was like, he asked me how old I was, told him how old I was. How old is you? I think he said, maybe he said 48. He couldn't say 38. And I know he didn't say 28 or 26 actually. Because he anyway, so he said something like that. I think he said 36. I said 36? He said, yeah. I'm like, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Still wasn't in the food or whatever. So I'm sitting there and then he was like, cause y'all know, if y'all know me, if y'all ever around me type shit, like y'all see, like sometimes I just be smiling or I just be like that, or I just be like making my little cracking noise type shit. And he was like, oh, you so happy or whatever, da da da. And I was like, yeah, I'm always like this. Like, I'm really be happy, y'all. So if y'all see me, I just be happy. You know, so I say, y'all try to be happy all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like shit. And he was like, yeah, it's good to be happy, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, everybody got a time and, you know, da 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 da, you gotta enjoy it. I'm like, definitely, you feel me? Uncle's cooking in that, you feel me? So then, after that, he said that, and he owns, like he got his own shop here, and it's like a jewelry shop. So I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to, I said, it's your store. I'm trying to think of some conversation because I really didn't know what to say after we kind of went over the basics. I'm like, oh, how long you been down in Thailand? And I don't remember what he said. And then he would ask me like what I'm doing down here, something like that. He's like, yo, you work down here? I'm like, no, I'm in school. And I said, yeah, I'm trying to get fluent and shit like that. And he was like, oh, it's good, okay, da da da. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, I'm gonna have to visit India one day. And he was like, yeah, he was like, and then he was talking about, he's like, yeah, it's just more, basically in my words, it's easier here than it is in India because of something he said. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So then, you know what I'm saying, I was just sitting there and I peeped him, and like my peripheral just looking at me a little bit. I'm like, so, you know what I'm saying, I'm just looking around like a little type shit. So then, you know what I'm saying, doing that. And yeah, so I'm doing that, and then he was like, oh yeah, he was like, you're a good friend. He was like, yeah, you cool. He's like, I like you. You're a good friend. And then it's like he finna give me a high five type shit, or yeah, like that, or we was handshaking, something like that. But he didn't let my hand go. He didn't let my hand go, y'all. Let me show y'all. Hold on, I gotta set y'all up. Please just y'all stay still. So he got my hand like this. Then he like this. Now I have my ring, so I literally just took it off. So he like this, like he was like, oh, you have nice hands. He was like, oh, you can something about a massage. Here's a, like, I don't think he said here's a massage, but he said something about a massage and massaging my hands as he's saying it. And I'm like, oh no, I just had me a massage, knowing daggone well. You know, well, technically you could say I got a massage, my face got a massage because she massaged my temple in this bitch. So that's a massage. I don't give what y'all talking about. So it wasn't a wine, technically. So anyway, so he got my hand, squeezing it like this and shit like that. They just got my hand. I'm just like, I really at this point just look at my nails at this point. Here's the nails, by the way, y'all know where to go to find it. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying, so he holding it. So I'm just like, so then why as he so then hands free. After my hands is free, you already know I have my handy dandy hand sanitizer out because I don't even play them games. But yeah, so and then I see him on my hand. What's that before and after? No, I think this is after. Okay, so boom, baby. So why? Okay, so boom. So I let my hand go. Then he had said, that's when he's like, oh yeah, you're a good friend. He said something. And then after he said what he said, that's when he was like, yeah, you're a good friend, or we gonna be good friends, something like that, he said. And then he had his hand out, and I was just like, but he held it. So now at this point, he got my hand still, and why the man come out with the food? Why he holding my hand? I ain't gonna lie, the man with the server was kind of sassy. So I'm just like, and I was thinking in my head, we gonna get there. This is a long story time, so I know this is gonna be a video in itself. All right, so boom. After that, y'all, so I got my food and I'm okay. So finally release, you know what I'm saying? So ghetto, cause that literally like so boom, bada bang. So he had my hand, so he let it go. So I said, ooh, the food looking good in that bit. You know what I'm saying? And so I had to put my hand sanitizer on. I wasn't even trying to rub my hands together for it. It was like because I'm not gonna use this hand. This hand is at this point, this is your hand. This motherfucker. So, boom, bada bang. So yeah, so after that, so now I'm like, shit, let me eat that motherfucker. That motherfucker good, y'all ain't gonna lie. So, cause I already said, I was like, do you want one? Cause he already said he had his lunch. So that when he said he had his lunch, like when we first got in there, that's when I was looking at the menu. And when I was looking at the menu, I was like, oh, you ain't gonna get none? He was like, what you looking at? Whatever, da da da. And I was like, what's your favorite Thai dish? Like I'm trying to come up with something. I'm like, what's your favorite Thai dish? You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh no. And he already said his English is not that good either. So I'm like, it's okay. I can try to teach you the best I can in this bitch. So after that, after all of that, the free, I'm trying to say, free talk, good. All right, so after that, why is my mind trying to go blank with the free? Oh, he said he already has lunch, and he said he said basically he only eat Indian food. Cause I was like, okay, what's your favorite dish? And he's like, he only eat Indian food here. Cause I'm like, okay, you been in Thailand, you ain't got no fun. So, and then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, cause I don't remember seeing no Indian dishes on that menu. But either way, how you gonna say this is a good restaurant? You ain't never been here. No, think about it. He did say he ain't never been in there. So how you know the food? Anyway, so boom. So after that, I ordered my style, like, you sure you want it or whatever? So he was like, no, he's like, you get whatever you want. But, I keep it chill. Because honestly, if I was finna order it for me, I finna give me some shrimp, some french fries, and I finna get some spring rolls. Big bag shit. Oh, I was gonna do it, but I'm a classy lady. I'm not saying the people that do it is classy. Y'all just advanced. I'm just a beginner at this point. Because let me tell you something, everybody always say they want a sugar daddy till the sugar daddy won't chew. Cook on that. So yeah, y'all. So after that, so I got me just a shrimp. And I tell him like, kapun ka, thank you, you know what I'm saying? Talk to the waiter. He got it, so you know what I'm saying? So he leave whatever. So then that's when once again trying to come up with something to say. He was like, yeah, oh, that's what he said. He was like, yeah, I never had no friend like you or something like that. I said, yeah, I'm one of a kind, which I am. Don't fumble, baby. But yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I said, I'm one of a kind, you know what I'm saying? He's like, one of a kind, one of a kind. I'm like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Said that. So after all of that, what the free? So he said that. Oh yeah, that's what he said before I got my food. So once I did get my food, you know what I'm saying? First of all, the motherfucker was hot, was nice and fresh. So I low-key burnt my mouth, but I'll see him literally looking at me. So like my hair as I'm eating, like it's, like that, he probably still got him a good glimpse, but I'm just like tight sheet. So I purposely got my hair right there. I'm like, dang, you all in my mouth. No homo. Like, and I'm just like, okay. So, yeah, so I'm eating. I'm just like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yes, it's good. My mouth was burning on the first bite. I'm like, shit, motherfucking God. So that motherfucker was good as motherfucker. Yeah, oh, it was so good. So good. Oh, bomba glad. So good. So yeah, I'm eating or whatever. And I was like, yes, it's very good. we had like, I don't know what else he said. He probably said, like, we kind of talked a tad bit in the beginning. Like, oh yeah, it's good. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gotta go back to this restaurant. It's real good. Then I'm like, okay, is your strip, like, is your business like in this strip, or is it over here? Like, he was like, oh yeah, it's right over here. It's in this neighborhood. Then he was talking about he got a hotel. No, he said he lived around here. He said he had a house. He said, oh, I got a house. I was like, oh, okay, you got a house down here, period, as you should. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's good. And then, you know what I'm saying, I'm just eating at this point. So I'm just eating. I guess I was picking them up after, like, because I had got me a little sip already of water. And after I was getting my little sip or whatever, he was like, mind y'all, this happened literally about an hour ago at this point, after talking for 20 minutes. But anyways, so after that, y'all, I went to, so after that, I think while I was eating, was this before or after I was eating? It had to be during or around the time. He was like, okay, I'll be right back. So he had went to the bathroom, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat my shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Eat my stuff still. So then, after a while, because I mean, like, at this point, like, I ain't know what to say. Shit, you come up with something, I don't know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. So, he was like, yeah, I like when we talk. Something like that. So I thought he said that. I thought he was, like, I don't know if I thought he was talking about the phone type shit. Like, he was trying to get my number or something like that. So I was like, oh, but I kind of took it like, oh, so maybe he trying to say, like, continue to talk. But I'm like, shit, if you want to talk good, the bitch, talk. And I'm going to talk back. You know what I'm saying? So that's when, I think that's around time. So, okay, so where have you been in the world? Like, where have you been? Just India and Thailand? Like, where have you been? So he's talking about he been a friend. No, he said he been in Paris. He said he been in Europe, he been to Germany, stuff like that. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, that's nice. I was like, yeah, I want to go to Germany. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Greece or whatever. I'm like, oh, you're nice. He was like, you're nice. Da, da, da. So fast forward. At this point, I'm basically done with my shrimp. I think I had like one more shrimp after that conversation kind of died down type shit. And boom. So I finally get done eating. He paid for it and everything. Very gentleman. Like, he snapped. But let me tell you the part that behooved me. We're getting there. So he's like, yeah, you done or whatever? I'm like, yeah, I'm done now. So I got my stuff, you know what I'm saying? And now we walking still. At this point, I'm like, because honestly, I'm ready to go home. I was ready to go home, like, after I was done walking. So boom. So we walking straight. And I don't know, I fucked up. But let me tell you where I fucked up. I'm gonna tell you in a minute. So we walking still. And I was like, yeah, that place is good. I'm like, I'm definitely gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to remember that place. So now at this point, I'm trying to think, we busted left or busted right? I feel like we busted right. Back towards the direction I was leaving from when I first, I don't know. I don't feel like we probably was going back that way. I really don't remember. Oh, no. We was going that, we was going the way I was walking to it originally. Like, so first I'm walking like this, and then that's where it was like a pathway to the food places. But then I don't know. I was just doing shit. I don't know. But anyway, we started walking. So we still walking or whatever. And he was like, first, what the freak he said? He was like, oh, you want to relax? What the freak did he say? He said something. And I was like, did he say something about a massage? Well, I feel like he said something about a massage. I feel like he said something about a massage. I said, no, I just got me a massage. Did he say that twice? Because he said that before. Either way, we walking. And you know, it's one like raindrop, like 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4. So I'm like, oh, it's finna rain and it's time to go. I'm already on my grab at, like, cause I was just trying to walk I was just about being God type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm walking, we walking at this point. So then he was like, why the fuck I said? I was like, yeah, it's raining, so I'm finna give me some rest. Why I say that? Why I say that, y'all? Why I say that? He was like, oh, you need to get some rest. He was like, oh, I can, we could get a hotel. I didn't know we was in France. I didn't know we was there. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some, we could get a motherfucking hotel. like, nah, I got me a place. That's what I said. He was like, no, we can get a place, we can relax, you know what I'm saying? We can relax, see what happens. See what happens. What Drewski say? What you mean by that? What you trying to get into?
What do you mean by that?
Cause you finna get into. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. I was like, nah, it's okay, you know what I'm saying? He was like, no, you can relax and then we can so you can relax and you can lay down there and go to sleep and da 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 da. Sound good, don't it, y'all? Anyways, this be true. Anyways, so after that, we were walking. We still was walking. He was like, "Oh, so you finna?" What the freak? He said something as we walking. Cause I'm like, I mean, I'm just walking tight shit. Cause his shop is the opposite direction where we're walking in. So I'm kind of he did give me his business card, and I was gonna go to give me a free. Oh, I didn't even stick my finger up, but to give me a stone, it wasn't gonna be. I mean, I probably could have got it for free if I just. But anyways, so I was gonna ask him if he had keys. I know he probably do, cause he's a freak. But anyways, y'all, so that was a good crack. So yeah, y'all, so as we walking, he was like, oh, we can stop right here. He was like, I could get a taxi. So I'm like, no, I got the app. I said I could just get the app, y'all. I like to get on the bikes. I'm a biker in this bitch now. I'm a biker now. So I'm like, listen, cause that traffic be, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, no, I could just get a taxi right here. So I'm like, okay. You can haul me a taxi. So we stood in this one area for a minute, and ain't with nobody for real. So he was like, we can walk down some more or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm already like on my Grab app, because on the Grab app it shows like where to pick you up from. So I'm looking at the stores and stuff to try to match the business name so they can know where to get me. So that's what I'm finna do. So we stop in this one thing, and then once again he told me something. Oh no, we can just get grass. So then he ended up holding one up. So I'm like, oh, literally on mid-app, and he stopped the thing. Now y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I thought he was gonna try to slide in that motherfucker with me, which he was. But let me tell you what happened. So this is the taxi. I'm inside the taxi. So this is like, you know how to, okay, where my knee at, this is literally how I be telling my stories to my friends. So where my knee at, you know how the back seat of a taxi cab. So let's just say this is the passenger of the back seat. Cause y'all know the full back seat. Y'all know so you know what I'm saying? We got the full back seat in this bitch, like this. I'm like right by the door. So it's not like you can just, unless you come through the other side. You feel me? So I'm literally right here. The door's open. I already had my Google. I had my address up. Mind y'all, I was trying to go straight to the mall right after, because I ain't really had nothing in my hand. So I'm like, I'm gonna go straight to the mall. He over here inconveniencing me and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So we got the door open. So as he literally get the taxi with her, I already got the address in my thing, but I was like, he was like, we could go get a hotel. He was like, just right there. He was like, just 5 minutes, we could go to the hotel and you can just sit down and chill, then we can see what happens. He said, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it.
And what do you mean by that?
When I said pay for it, cause he was like, we can see what happens and we can have, I don't know if he said half, I don't know what the freak, he said something, correlating of stuff. And he was like, I'll pay for it, or you don't gotta worry, da 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 da. Pay for it is, wow. And he wasn't talking about the hotel when he said that. My chai. So I'm like, my chai, no. I'm like, nah. I said, maybe another time. He said, no, just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Wow. I'm like, So the taxi driver, I'm like, okay. I said, how much for this? Now, y'all, because the taxi driver tried to play. We gonna get there. But I showed the taxi driver the thing, and he was like typing in his phone. So I typed in his phone, and mind you, the dude's still right here, like, come on, da 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 da, come on, da 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 da. I'm like, maybe another time. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe another. I said, I'll text you. I said, you gave me a card, so I'm gonna text your card, and I'm gonna text that number on there, and then, you know what I'm saying, we can hang out later on, whatever. And then he was like, no, we can So the taxi driver like, Monica, you better, it's tight shake. So the dude closed the door. I'm in the taxi clearly. And then he started driving off. I said, Cop Kun Ka. I said, you just said me, my brother. You just said me, my brother. I said, you just said, he over here laughing. I'm like, you just said me. I said, thank you so much because that was ghetto. I was like, thank you. So I'm thinking we friends the whole time. We gonna get there. So I said, thank you so much. I had to thank him a couple times. I'm like, thank you. So now we got the address in officially. And because literally, like, we barely had the address in for before he started, but I'm just glad he started driving. I was so ghetto. So down about some 5 minutes. What you gonna do with 5 minutes? How I'm supposed to relax in 4 minutes? Y'all. Anyway, so we in the taxi. I ain't finna lie. I was finna tell the taxi driver go ahead and pull out. Like, I should tell him just to drive forward and gave him 20 baht or some shit. And got out the car so I could finish my walk / get me on a motorcycle. Because traffic was like, but I literally was like 7 minutes away from where I was at, from my house. So after that, y'all, we finally get there. Now, let me tell y'all something about taxis. Make sure, and I always do this, but at this time, I was in a predicament. So I was like, make sure when y'all get in a taxi, if y'all hauling the taxi, make sure that y'all get y'all price before y'all drive. Like, don't ask for the price at the end. I already knew it about that. I already was thinking it in my head, but I was in a predicament, and I was gonna give him a tip anyways. That's the crazy thing. I was gonna give him a tip for being a real nigga. Excuse me. I was gonna give him a tip for being a real nigga anyways, but he gonna say something 200 baht. Boy, you only went it's probably 10 minutes with traffic, but you're trapping your bugging. So I'm like, because I was gonna give him 100 baht anyway. So he talking about some 200 baht. I said, my child, I said, stop playing, man. I said, I knew you was finna do this. I'm literally like, I knew you was finna do this. And he talking about some, I said 100 baht. He talking about some, no, look, the traffic, da da da. He talking about, okay, 150. I'm like, nah, I said 100 baht. I said 120 is the best I can do. I said, that's what I already had my 100 pulled out type shit. And he was like, he said, okay, fine. So I gave him 120 baht, which is like roughly $4. Well, y'all did that math right? Yeah, roughly $4, and I ain't give a fuck about that. I'm like, all right, so now I'm home at this point. As y'all can see, I'm home now. So yeah, I think that's basically the end of that story. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Yeah, that's basically it. I bought me some Kit Kats. I should have had stocked up on some Kit Kats since he wanted to spend a little change. See, let me tell you something. Because if you got these things in your head that you doing this because you think you finna get something, then I feel like those is because that you need a treat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I really should have bought and ordered everything because that's what you got in your head. Now, if it's a cool, real good, don't even be doing. I mean, clearly, as y'all can see, I don't do that now. But like, it's just, I'm finna start being on that. I'm gonna have to come out of retirement at 65, and only real niggas know what I'm talking about when I say I'm coming out of retirement in 1965. That's the exact date. But yeah, y'all, that is my story time about me. What should I name this? The Sugar Daddy Adventure? I'm gonna say, I should put the title is. No, I'm probably gonna have a different title, but it's probably gonna be like, you ask for a sugar daddy. You always want a sugar daddy until the sugar daddy won't you. And yeah, that's basically what had happened. And what's today's date so we can keep track? It is September 4th. September 4th. So that's what happened, y'all. So I am planning on going to the store, y'all, because I low-key need me some more clothes. That shrimp was good, so I mean, I'm fed now in this bitch. So yeah, y'all, I'm finna go to this one mall and check them out, see how that's all about. And then, you know what I'm saying, stay tuned, y'all. You know what I'm saying, it's only the 4th. Yeah, talk to y'all later. Hope you guys enjoyed that story time. Stay tuned for the other story time. I just remember I got some other story times that I had to tell y'all that I didn't even tell y'all yet. Y'all probably waiting because I didn't got blocked. I mean, I could squeeze that in real quick because when I had got blocked and kicked out of the club thing, them pretty short story times. And on top of that, I didn't even tell y'all how the taxi driver, when I first came down here, tried to kick us out. Like, actually, y'all gonna have to comment down below if y'all want that. It's short, I can, you know what I'm saying, but just let me know, cause you know what I'm saying. But yeah, y'all, that's what had happened. It's fresh off the dome, so I had to go ahead and give it to y'all real quick. So now it's basically it's 5 o'clock now. I can talk to y'all for 30 minutes plus. So I'll see y'all later, and yeah.